So first of all, I'm humbled to be on the Leica Institute because I know the powerful people and influential people in the lean community with the Leica Institute, and I feel like a nobody in regards to that. But to set the context, I don't pretend to be a lean expert. I am maybe an expert in my brand of lean and the kind of brand that FastCap has developed over the years, and that's it. And it's a very simple lean. Waste is the magic wand. It's the holy grail to be able to see it on a regular basis. So really, at the end of this talk, an hour from now, if you see waste maybe differently than you've ever seen it before, we win. Everything's done. It's that simple. I don't want you to memorize a long list of things or 10 bullet points. Just see waste different than you've ever seen it before. Lean is simple and lean is fun. That's the basic premise of what I'm trying to get across. You know, I did complicated lean for the first 5 years of my lean journey, and I could never get it to stick. I could never build the culture. And then I figured out how to make it really simple, and we're going to talk about how we did that and how to make it fun. When you get the emotional engagement of people and make things fun, everything changes. And I personally, I like to live in a fun world. I'm a fun guy. I think I am. I'm a Greek at the very least, so I'm at least a little bit crazy. And I think if we can make lean fun and simple, I think some incredible things could happen. The lean guys came into my plant. We were an award-winning plant. I'm going to get into that in a minute. But they took processes from 45 minutes to 5 minutes in 1 week. And I was the proclaimed expert in my industry. They blew me away. So I say to people, if we could take processes that you're doing right now and make them 9 times better, not increase the productivity by 10%, 20%, but make them 9 times better, most people look at me and say, Paul, you're crazy. Get out of here. You don't know what you're talking about. You're exaggerating everything else. But I'm going to show you a guy who's not an engineer, who's not an industrial designer, who did exactly that in a standardized industry that we're all familiar with. Lean beer. Here we go.
The best place to see Josh Springer's invention is at a ball game, but away from the action.
How simple is the technology?
It's very simple. It's very, very simple.
To fully appreciate it, you need to have 2 traits. 1, you hate standing in line. 2, you have an affinity for beer.
So when you put the cup on here, the magnet is suspended, and then the liquid comes in, and then you just...
Right, the liquid comes in from around the holes or underneath the magnet.
Once the beer is filled, just grab the cup, and the magnet forms a perfect seal with a tin ring embedded in the cup.
What do people do with the magnets when they're done with them?
They take them home and put them on their fridge.
Which leads to Springer's second great idea. Get advertisers to put their logos on the magnet.
Well, the cool thing is Josh saw this presentation that I used his thing, and we've been in contact back and forth. And I use him as a great lean thinker. I mean, think about it. Think how simple it is what he did. Most industrial engineers would overlook this whole concept. But he said, let's just totally think outside the box. Let's fill it from the bottom. Everyone goes, no, you can't do that. It doesn't work, gravity. But Josh says, no. How can we use a simple magnet and make this happen? So the question I have for everyone is, what was it about Josh that allowed him to innovate at this level? So this one came from one of the guys that heard me speak. I don't know where I was. And he said, Paul, have you seen this lean shooter? This guy's like one of the best shooters in the world. And watch what he does with shooting. You want to be great at shooting? Watch what this guy does.
Get some! You notice I didn't have to squat, blink, shrug my shoulders, or duck my head, or turtle. Just bring whatever you have in your holster up to your dominant eye and make it happen. That was 6 rounds on target in the 1/7500th of a second to fire 6 rounds of 9mm on that target there with an M&P pistol. And you notice I didn't have to do a whole lot to make it happen. And that's what's going to be important to you as you progress as a competitor. You don't have to do a whole lot to make it happen. I'm just taking away everything that doesn't contribute. And what you saw right there was pretty easy to do. So didn't have to really strain. Just keep the platform, whatever you have, a revolver pistol, bring it to your dominant eye and make it happen.
Paul, as Mr. Panos said on YouTube, you are Greek. You are correct.
Certified, I always say certifiably crazy too. That's the best part.
You have a wonderful day. Okay, guys, thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks, George.